Welcome to Looking at Legal Stuff. Today we have a hearing for a child support bench warrant with a deadbeat mother who hasn't paid any of her minimal support obligation in over 3 years. She claims to have a million excuses as to why she couldn't pay, including not having a job, moving out of state. She was having a bad year. Her friend passed away. The work situation was bad. She wasn't getting her mail. And on and on and on. She claims that just a month ago, she turned her life around and now she's going to college for criminal justice and she's finally working at a job she could have had a year ago when they first offered it to her. Let's watch and see what the referee thinks of these excuses.
All right, we'll take up file 2014-53009, William Lair and Jessica Lair. Ms. Lair is here, appearing on a bench warrant. Ma'am, I'm the referee of the court assigned to handle these matters. At the conclusion of this hearing, I'll make a recommendation that'll become a court order.
Okay.
You have the right to have an attorney represent you if you wish. You could hire one, or I could appoint one for you, or you could proceed without and represent yourself. Do you know what you'd like to do?
Yes, proceed without one.
All right, Ms. Evans here from front of the court. Ms. Evans, do you have an update?
I do. Ms. Lauer has a monthly support obligation of $90 child support, $34 medical support, for a total of $124 a month, with $58 ordered on arrears. This support is owed to third party Monica Youngs. She owes to the plaintiff $5,515.76, state $2,002, fees $389, total owing $7,906.76. We received a $1,500 bond on February 6, 2020. She does have prior contempts. This is a fail to comply issued December 1st, 2020. It's 90 days or a $2,500 cash bond. She was transported here from Meskwaki County on the 9th. And I did talk to Monica Youngs. She couldn't appear today. I know she indicated she was a little frustrated that Monica's not paying the support. However, Monica is working, and I did confirm that. She's working for Stanton Corners Junction Pizza. Talked to Carrie there. That's in West Olive. She's earning $12 an hour. And Carrie did say, she would hold her job. And I did fax the income withholding order. I know we mailed it, but I faxed it today also to corporate. And Jessica indicated she could come up with a portion of the bond.
All right, Ms. Lauer, do you agree that you owe the amount stated by friend of the court?
Yes, I do.
And you agree you haven't made a payment in 3 years and 2 months?
Yes. Are you saying as in one lump sum?
You haven't made
Like, I
any
agree that
you haven't made a
I agree.
payment.
Yes, I owe that much. But yes, I am able to pay a decent amount of lump sum of that portion.
All right, my question though is you haven't made a payment since February of 2020.
I have been gone. I was out of state, moved out of state and tried work, and living situation up here wasn't that great. Where I'm working now, I got in last year, about a little over a year ago. Didn't really start working there. A friend of mine passed away and kind of just went downhill from there. It was just a pretty bad last year, I'd have to say. But other than that, I'm working. I'm also in college right now.
What about the 2 years prior to that? I mean, well, actually even longer, because your last payment was a bond. So you were facing a jail sentence 3 years and 2 months ago and paid $1,500 for a bond. When's the last time you made a voluntary payment? Have you ever made a voluntary payment?
No, I just started working again. So that's definitely in line for that, for sure.
You're avoiding the question though. Question is, why wouldn't you pay your support unless you're in jail?
It's not that I wouldn't, I just didn't have a job. I guess not up to being myself.
So in 2020,
So not kind of like a lot of stuff. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
in 2020, you made 7 payments. And before that, it was 3 years as well. 2 payments in 2016. It's been a problem, obviously. You're $8,000 behind.
Yeah, the
Not
last
even
couple
working
years
for a year. Not even working for a year, and you haven't made a payment anyway.
I haven't been working for a year.
But you said you started at this pizza place a year ago.
No. I could have had a job. I didn't fully start this job. And I just reapplied a few weeks ago and started.
All right. What else?
I know that I have made a big drastic change in my life in the last month, with everything that's been going on. Like I said, work, college, good grades, making money. And I'm really not trying to lose my job because I really like the people that I work with and trying not to fall back on my schooling as well.
Yeah, where are you going to school?
College Tech University for my bachelor's in science and criminal justice for addiction counseling.
How long have you known you've had this warrant?
A while, a little while, I don't know. Like I've been back for like almost a year, around about a year or something like that, but kind of been moving, flip-flopping too on top of it as well. So now I'm kind of staying with my mom permanently.
And you said you went to Florida for a while?
Yes, I had no place up here to go, so I moved down to Florida.
Where'd you work down there?
A hardware store, and I had been, it would have been last fall. I started working there a couple months, and then a liquor store, like not even a month, and then I ended up moving back up here sometime in end of February, something like that, because ran from an abusive relationship.
Did you notify friend of the court you had those two jobs?
No,
Why not?
I have no idea. I do remember calling about something. I know it was something like I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be out of state or something like that. I do know that. Something I didn't know that was an issue or had anything to do with me paying child support and having to stay in Michigan with that.
Why
If
weren't
that
you
is
supposed to be out of
explained
state?
correctly.
Why weren't you supposed to be out of state?
I didn't think that I was able to, because when I talked to somebody, like I hadn't gotten my mail sent to the address up in Manton. So I didn't get the mail up there. So it ended up being some kind of warrant or something like that later on after I had talked to friend of the court. And I'm not sure if I talked to you, Trisha, or who else I talked to.
So,
Or maybe an Ashley.
so it doesn't matter where you live. As long
Mm,
as you pay your support. I mean, I don't care. You could live in Timbuktu. As long as you're
right.
paying your support, there's no restriction on where you live. There might be a restriction on where you have visitation with your child or something like that, but you move wherever you want. You're not saddled to the state of Michigan just because you have an open child support case.
Oh, I didn't know. That's just kind of how I maybe interpreted it, and that's how I took it. Was in that way.
Yeah. Bottom line is you've had the ability to make payments and you haven't, and it's been for 3 years, and it was chronic before that as well.
I really would like. I would really like the chance to make a point now that I get paid every 2 weeks. I really like the job. I don't plan on going anywhere. I did a big 180 at the beginning of last month, like big 180.
Okay. So you have the 2,500 to pay then?
I don't have the 2,500. I could definitely have like 1,750.
All right, well, I'm in a position.
And then I can make
I'm
a
not going to
payment.
lower the bond, but I'll give you a chance to call somebody if you need to make a phone call to find that extra 750.
Okay.
Somebody we can contact, Ms. Heaven can contact, or we can get on the phone right now that'll chip in another 750 to put toward that 2,500.
As in like a bondsman? No.
We don't do that for a civil friend of the court warrant. No, a friend, family, someone like that.
Yeah, I can call.
Okay, who do you want to contact?
Huh? It'd be Ken Johnston.
So you've got the 1,750. You want to call him about the other 750?
He has the 1,750.
Oh,
He does.
Okay.
And the rest of it, just to have the whole lump sum of 2,500 is kind of off. Well, it's kind of hard to have that right now without me not having my paycheck until this Friday.
Oh, well, can you make phone calls though, or not?
Yes.
All right. You want me to give you an hour and you can try to get a hold of him and we'll have you call back into the room and see what you're able to come up with?
Okay. Is
All
there
right.
gonna be a straight 2,500 like that I need to come up with, or are you trying to work with me a little bit and see how much more I can come up with?
I'm not gonna lower the bond, but I guess if you can come up with 2,500, I won't raise it either.
Okay, fair
Because
enough.
honestly, your arrears have increased since that bond was set. And at these hearings at times, there's a recommendation to increase the bond. But at this point, if you can come up with 2,500, I won't increase it, but I'll give you a chance to come up with the 2,500 before I just impose it and say 25 and done.
Okay.
All
I
right.
will get right on it then.
We'll get back hold of you in an hour or two and see what you're able to come up with.
Alrighty, thank you, sir. And
All
thank
right.
you. Hi, Trisha, I can hear you. But-
Okay,
Okay, there we go. There's like just like a meeting screen in the middle of you two.
All right, we're back on the record. Ms. Laura's back from the jail. Ma'am, were you able to find anything out?
Did I?
Yeah, did you make any phone calls and try to come up with a little more money?
Yeah, yes, I did. It's in the works. It's just a matter of if everything is just gone through like smooth sailing like it should be, and matter of getting the payment here. And how that payment has to be made, or where it doesn't need to be directed to, like can it be done over the phone, or are they gonna have to physically come here with the money themselves, or with it themselves?
Well, I don't care how it's paid. It can be paid in any acceptable manner that the,
well,
well, hold on, Ms. Heaven's shaking her head. Are there multiple cases? Would it be split up?
if it's bond, then it needs to be paid cash either at the jail, which is probably gonna be best because we're gonna be leaving here shortly. He could pay with a credit card online or via the phone, but I'm not gonna know about it until tomorrow. So you're gonna sit until
Okay.
tomorrow if he does it that way. So cash
Okay.
here at the jail or here before 5. But I would suggest the jail because it's 3:30 now, so.
You're saying like, I'm saying like if this happens like in the next like half an hour and he makes that payment to you through the online whatever thing, it'll get directed towards you and I should be good to go this evening?
Those we do get a fax, but that fax is usually delivered to someone else. I can try to keep an eye on it. If you think you
Okay.
can do it right away.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna try. If not, then I'll do it through you. And if I have to sit another night, then that's fine, I guess. That way, however it gets done.
Okay,
Because I might just go out to my mom's or Fremont tonight, if I do.
you
All right,
can have him call the front desk and they'll give him the information if he wants to pay it over the phone or online.
To the COs?
No, to
That-
friend of court.
Oh, okay.
So 7264, 689-7264.
6894? 6984?
7264.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he'll probably just end up coming down here anyway. So regardless, one way or another, it'll get paid today or first thing tomorrow morning.
All right, very good.
Tim's
Then,
here watching none of this, but
at this point, I'll impose the 90 days. I'll leave the bond at 2,500. Ma'am, since I'm a referee and not a judge, you do have the right to object to that sentence and have a hearing with the judge. That would be set up as quickly as possible, or you could accept the sentence. Do you know what you'd like to do?
what is my sentencing then?
Well, it's 90 days. I'm not raising the bond. The bond would be 2,500.
Okay, so I either pay 2,500 or 90 days.
Correct.
Okay, I will agree to that because I'll be out and here in like shortly anyway.
Okay,
So
all right.
that's perfect with me.
Sounds good. You're all set then. Thank you.